Ready? Here we go. Hello, everyone. Are you ready? And
Oh my gosh.
that's so bizarre. I don't know how that happened, Corey.
That was strange, I have to
So,
say.
so
Wow.
Mr. Averill, how has your life changed? I heard that you got your deliveries from.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a thing called Instacart, and we have really not wanted to leave home too much. I go out on my walks and everything. So we ordered our groceries from Costco through Instacart, and this really nice lady came and delivered all of our food.
Wow, did she make your bed for you too?
Well, she offered, but I said, I already made it this morning.
Okay. Well, that's good. Well, my car hasn't been driven in a week, and I went to start it, and it was covered in yellow pollen. I couldn't believe it. So then I did the window washing thing, and then wipers were like, because they were
Oh.
stuck to the windshield with so much pollen. It was amazingly disgusting.
Well,
So
2 weeks ago, I went to start my car, and my car wouldn't start.
oh my gosh,
It
what
was
did you
just
do?
dead. So I had to buy a new battery.
Oh, wow, that's
No.
crazy. And we're going to start with some jokes.
Oh, yes.
So,
I have a joke for everybody.
okay.
Here is the joke. I hope you can all hear me throughout the entire joke. Are we good, Mr. Eby?
We are good.
Okay. 4 fathers are waiting in a Minneapolis hospital maternity ward, and their wives are in labor. The nurse comes in and tells the first man, "Congratulations, you are the father of twins." He says, "Oh my gosh, what a coincidence. I work for the Minnesota Twins."
Wow.
The nurse returns and tells the second man, "Your wife just had triplets." "Wow, what a coincidence. I work for the 3M company." The nurse tells the third man that his wife has just had quadruplets. He just shakes his head and he says, "Wow, what another coincidence. I work at the Four Seasons Hotel." At this point, the fourth guy falls to the floor and faints. When he comes to, the others are around him and asks, "What's wrong?" He says, "What's wrong? I work for 7-Up."
I was going to think Baskin Robbins, 30 Wonderful Flavors.
31 would be way too many.
Well, I'm reading a book about anti-gravity, and it's impossible to put down. I love that one. And what do you call somebody? Say again?
Maybe you should sleep on it.
What do you call a body with no body, with someone with no body and no nose?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Ah.
Okay, that's painful. We need to do some penance for that pain. So
Yes.
what we're going to do is, I thought of a phrase this morning when I was meditating. And do we create sound, or do we sound creation? Do we sound creativity? Because to sound something is to sound out or to put forth, is kind of like to create sound in this matter. And if you think about it, like a 3D printer is putting together things on the smallest possible level, one tiny little bit at a time, or a big bit if it's like building a house or something. But it's doing something, one little vibration at a time, one little thing. So as you're playing, you're creating this sound. And so as you are creating this sound, it's really important to pay attention to what you're creating. So how you pay attention to that is also really important. You're just like, or can you be like this? Wow. I love this sound. I wonder if I can get this deeper or louder or softer. So the attention that you give the sound is of great, great importance. And then the intention is like the why of why you're doing that. So some people have the why of doing it because it sounds fantastic and it sounds beautiful. Other people might think, wow, I have the intention of playing loud, and they'll just play really loud and scratchy and like, look at the noise I'm making. When you're teaching, that's not really the most fun intention to work with. And the best intention is that which is going to help you get to where you want to go. So if you're looking for a little bit more peace in your life, or joy, or happiness, or love, creating sound with that intention is the way to go. So holding on to that thought of like, I want to create something beautiful, or I want to create something energetic, is a fabulous thing to explore. So today what we're going to do as a sound and focus warm-up is creating it on kindness. Because probably by now you've been stuck at home with your families, and probably your families have probably gotten on your nerves and you can't get away from them because everybody's at home. And boy, wouldn't it be nice if I could just go back to school and be with my friends instead of my family. So you might not have the same level of kindness with your parents as you used to and your siblings. But anyway, that's something that we all have to cultivate. So practicing this kindness in our sound. So take a look at your cello and your bass and say, hello, dear instrument. I would like to kindly create sound with you today. And so as you play your D string, I want you to practice remembering what it feels like to have kindness in your heart. And we're going to be practicing kindness to the air around you, to your room, to the members of your family, and perhaps even extending it to your neighbors. So here we go, 30 seconds of focus on the D string on kindness. And then in that silence afterwards, just take a few breaths and appreciate and feel and expand that sense of kindness so that you can be kind to yourself. Because this is a time where it can be really even hard to be kind to yourself. All right, take a few more breaths and then we're ready for Mr. Averill.
Taking the idea of kindness into our D major scale, I'm going to start with the introduction. We have what I call a scale by thirds. I'm going to play it for you once and then I'll try and teach it to you. I think you've done this before. I'd like to lift the bow here.
Nice. So what we can do is we're going to share the screen and we're going to put that music on screen.
Oh, wonderful.
So here we go. Here.
All right, wonderful. I think I'm going to start by singing the pitches, and this will be good for basses and cellos. D, F, E, G, B, A, G, B, A, G, B, D, G, G, D. I usually repeat this note now. D, B, G, A, B, G, A, B, G, E, B, D, E, E, D. So when you take this video, if you could listen to the notes that I am singing and rewind this video and practice your fingering as I am singing the letter names, that would
What?
be wonderful for both the cellos and the basses. Go.
Sorry, I have to chime in here. Rewind? What, were you born in the 60s or something? Or the 70s? It's so funny because we think of rewinding as like, oh, there's a tape and we have to rewind it going back this way. Anyway,
I hear you.
I thought it was funny.
Am I on again or not?
You are on.
Sometimes it goes in and out. We never know.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll play it one more time with you. Ready? Go. Repeat the top note.
All right. I think we should have you do this. Let's do that one tomorrow.
Do that one tomorrow. Sure.
Okay. Good. Nice. So the next thing we're going to do is review going backwards. So we're going to do, let me pull this back up again. We're going to do Bohemian folk song, but that we're going to do going backwards. Ha! It's going to be an awesome adventure. Okay, you ready? So Mr. Avril's going to lead it, and I am going to. We're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to go all the way to the top.
So, given that we're starting at the bottom of the piece, I'm going to start down bow, which is the direction that the piece ends, I believe. So I'm going to start on that whole note, starting down bow. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow, fun. So now, Mr. Averill, we're going to try something really wonky. You are going to start here. I am going to start here. So you're going to play forwards. I'm going to play backwards.
Okay.
You're going to count in, and I'm going to follow you.
Okay, we'll see if
Kids,
this works.
and kids at home, you may try this at your peril. We don't know how this is going to come out. It's probably going to trade back and forth sound-wise, but we'll see.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, now we're going to switch. So I'm going to play going forward and you play going backwards. Count in again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
Could you hear me, Mr. Eby?
Yeah, not really well, but
I could hear both. I couldn't play too loud because I couldn't hear you if I played too loud.
right. Okay, so we got that going on. The next thing we're going to review is I'm going to come and share screen again, but I got to pull it up because we are going to do Allegro, and I'm going to play one measure. You are going to play one measure, and we're going to go the whole way through. So I'm going to lead this one. I'm going to pull it up, see if it's going to pull up for me. Come on. Come on. There you go. Okay, so we got big, nice and big. Okay, here we go. I do a one measure, you fill in the rest. 1, 2, my turn. My turn. My turn. Your turn. I go. Your turn. Now we're going to switch. You guys go first. 1, 2, ready, go. Go. To hold this up for as long as I want and make you wait before you go. Ready, go. Now we're going to go every other half measure. So I'm going to play half a measure, then you play half a measure, then I play half a measure, you play half a measure. Here we go. Your turn. Your turn. Your turn. Your turn. And stop. Now for this next line, you go first. Ready, go. Me, T. Ba-dee-da-da. Bum, bum. Ba-da-da-da-da. Your turn. Be-ba. Your turn. Your turn. Your turn, me. Ha-ha! You have to wait for me. Ready, go. Bum, bum, my turn. Ba-da-da-da. Bum, bum. Ba-da-da-dee. All together, everybody playing. And for this one, we're going to take the fingerings away. And we are going to go, oh, I wonder if, does this work? Perfect. We're going to read from the base score so that there are no fingerings. Here we go. 1. Oh, wait, these are too low. Sorry. We're going to go back. We're going to go back. Sorry, basses. We'll come to yours in just a minute. 1, 2, cellos, go. Lift. do means slow down. All right, and finally the basses. Here we go. 1, 2, basses, go. Ready, go. There we go. Thank you. All right. Mr. Averill, what do you want to do next?
Well, I'm going to do a little bit from Do a Deer.
Okay, pull up the music for that.
All right.
Go ahead.
What's that?
I'm going to pull up the music.
Oh, good. And I would like for you to look at the music that's up on the screen, but we're going to start today by playing phrase by phrase or partial phrase, and we're going to play on the open string only with the printed rhythm. So that means that you're going to play the open string that correlates with the fingering that's on the page. Now, having said that, it will be different for the cellos than it will be for the basses. In other words, the basses will change to an open string at different times than the cellos do. But because you're by yourself at home, it won't matter. So I'm going to play it the way the cellos do on their open strings. I'm going to play the first phrase. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop there. That's at the end of bar 7. Now placing the left hand and playing with the fingering. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first part. Now, for the basses, it would be slightly different. Mr. Eby, I don't think I can play the bass open strings from the cello part.
Sure you can. So here's the bass part.
It would be backwards in terms of, when they switch to the open G, I guess I'll need to just go down to my open G.
Well, why don't you just play your D on your C string and pretend that's your open bass string? G, D.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I could do that. Play down the octave. Good idea. Got it. Here we go. Basses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's hard for me to do.
Yeah.
To think through that is tough. So that's really good. Now I could play it for the basses as well, just so that you get a sense. And I'll play it down in your range. 1, 2, 3, 4. think we'll leave it there and do a little bit more with that tomorrow. Gives them a starting point for today.
That's great. All right. Well, I think that is a great way to end up for today.
I think so too.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So be sure that you practice your favorite song that we did not play today. If you have, I mean, everybody has another favorite song that they can do.
You know, Mr. Eby, I have an idea.
What's that?
If there were ever one of our students that would like to, and I think maybe one did to you, that would like to email us a nice joke, we would love to hear your jokes, and we'll play them on the air.
Yes, we will. We will read them on the air.
Right.
So everybody can hear them. Or any news, please send us your news so that we can announce the news, or anything fun like that. That's a really good idea. So, yeah, let's see if we can come up with the with some fun things to share with you guys. Yeah. All righty. Hope everybody's hair is getting. I'm seeing a lot of people with just like Mr. Averill. So maybe someday I'm going to take all my hair and go and take it off too. Yep. All right. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.